Fall has come to Appalachia. God gives summer such a beautiful send-off with the vibrant colors in the trees. Now all the leaves are falling and covering the paths with their beauty. The mornings are very cold, the afternoons are warm. This is the time of year when we start with a coat, just to end up in short sleeves by the end of the day. Soon all the leaves will be on the ground and our garden is done for the year. We've picked our last peppers. We prepared the garden well enough for next year. The only thing left to do is to put a blanket of leaves over our beds to get them ready for the following growing season. This is the time of year where we rest, or try to rest to get prepared for spring gardening. We've turned the clocks back. Mike now goes to work in the dark, coming home in the dark. So our times at the lake will just be a memory of this year. Next year we want to make more memories down at the lake and enjoy the back to life that we talk about but have a hard time achieving as much as we would like. Don't forget to take time out to reflect on your days in the past, to dream dreams, to have and just enjoy the life around you with your loved ones. This is the return to life.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Return Homestead. It's starting to get cold outside. All the leaves are falling off the trees currently and we are now in fall season, which also means we're in cold and flu season. I have a little bit of a cold, not much, but I want to keep Mike and I both healthy. So today is all about elderberries. I'm going to be making an elderberry syrup and then I'm going to be bottling up an elderberry tincture. So join me. I freeze most of my fruits before processing. It breaks the cell walls so they're easier to get the juice out of. So I have 2 cups of elderberries that I have taken out of the freezer. Now elderberries, if you watch my elderberry jam recipe, they stain everything, so be super careful when you're using these. And I'm going to put 2 cups of elderberries in this pan. Now each recipe will call for 1 cup and I'm doubling it. And then you will add 1 tablespoon of ginger. You can use ground or you can use whole ginger. And 1 tablespoon of cloves. Now you can use whole cloves as well. If you're using whole cloves, you want about 4 to 6. I'm going to be using ground cloves. And since I've doubled my recipe, I've got 2 of each in here of the cloves and the ginger. I'm going to add that to that. Now, you can use ground cinnamon if you want. I'm using Ceylon cinnamon. And I'm going to put 1 stick in there. It's going to smell like fall in here. It's going to be wonderful. And then you're going to add 4 to 6 cups of water. So I use filtered water. You don't want the chlorine in it, so either let it off gas or get filtered water, either one. So I'm going to put 4 to 6 cups in here. So I'm adding 4 cups to mine. And I'm going to put this on the burner, bring it up to a boil, and then it's going to simmer for 30 minutes. Now while this is coming up to a boil, I have here in this strainer elderberries that I put in vodka. And it's been sitting in my pantry for since June, so quite a while. And it's been extracting the elderberries. So I'm basically just pressing this liquid out and I'm going to put it in a dropper bottle. Now you can save bottles like I do. So whenever I get essential oils, I just clean the bottles out really well and I reuse them. I don't throw them out. The other thing you can do, I ordered these off of Amazon, is you can buy bottles with a dropper and you can put them in that way as well. But I think most of mine will fit in this 4-ounce bottle. You can take a dropper full 2 to 3 times a day, and it's great for supporting your immune system. Or I'm limited to what I can say, so just kind of look it up for yourself. But this would be concentrated elderberries. You don't want to eat the berries, but you can do the tincture. And I take 2 to 3 droppers full a day. Now the syrup, you will also add raw honey to. And in the syrup, you're going to take 1 to 2 tablespoons a day and double that if you're not feeling well. And like I said, this stuff stains, so. This one's the easiest to make. You just put the elderberries in alcohol and let it sit till you forget it. And it's not going to fit that bottle. This one will. Just stick it in there and take 2 to 3 droppers full a day as needed. We like to keep ourselves healthy. Mike works in a public scenario. I'm not out in public as much, but I do like to prevent anything that I can. It's never fun being sick. And it always seems like when I was younger, I always got sick at Christmas time. Who knew? You're going to put a label on this and make sure you write your dosage and what it is. You want a dropper full 2 to 3 times a day. And that's it. I'm going to continue bottling this up. And that's it. We have enough elderberry tincture to keep us through the winter time. Now the elderberries that we have in our garden are elderberry plants we brought with us when we moved to Kentucky. But elderberries grow very wild here in Kentucky. You just want to make sure they're purple or black. We have both purple and black. You don't want them when they're red. They're not ripe and they can be somewhat toxic. So make sure they're fully ripe. But that's quite a bit. And like I said, I recycle a lot of bottles. These 3 are all recycled. I will put a label on this with my dosage, and it goes into the apothecary to be used throughout the winter time. Now, get back to my elderberry syrup. Okay, now that my elderberries and spices have cooled down, I let them simmer for 30 minutes. Now they've cooled down, I'm going to add a couple of cups of honey. Now I have raw honey here, it's the best one to use. And you're going to fully incorporate that. Now you're going to strain this to get the berries out, and that way you're only left with the syrup. So I'm running it through a sieve again. Just going to put it back into the honey bottle. There's still some crystallized honey in here. It's fine. It will liquefy, but there's no use in wasting the bottle. Even though it's plastic, it's a perfect place to keep this syrup. So not all the syrup fit in the honey bottle, so I used a canning jar to put the rest in. And if your strainer doesn't get out all the seeds, just strain it through a cloth. That's what I ended up doing. So with the tincture, what I do is a dropper full 3 times a day, and I basically just put it in my tea. With the elderberry syrup, it's going to be 1 tablespoon 1 to 2 times a day. Unless I'm feeling not so well, then I'll double that dose. So it'd be 2 tablespoons 2 times a day. I hope you enjoyed the video and you'll give this a try for you and your family. Until I see you next time, thank you, God bless, and bye-bye. Cheers.